Hi guys, and welcome to your yoga class. This week I am in Puerto Escondido, so you can probably hear around me some of the birds, maybe in the background you can even hear the waves. We're really close to the ocean here. It's a really nice spot for yoga, so I hope you're going to enjoy the practice this week. The only props that we will need for today's class is a cushion. If you have a cushion, so go and grab one of those. I'll give you a moment to get that. We're not going to need anything else in the practice today. We're going to start by sitting up onto the cushion, coming into our cross-legged meditation position, drawing the spine really nice and long, rolling the shoulders up around the ears, sending the shoulder blades all the way down the back to open across the chest. And here we're going to draw the hands towards the knees, draw the neck aligned with the spine. Close down the eyes and just use this space to come to your breath. Starting to take deep and controlled breaths here. On each inhale, trying to draw a little more air into the lungs. On the exhale, releasing all of the breath from the body, allowing those muscles to relax. Each time trying to fill the chest, fill that belly area a little more with the breath, so that we really deepen in our breath here. And just using this space to put aside any thoughts or stresses that have been occupying the mind. For the next hour, they do not concern us. Bringing the focus of today's practice to our breath, to our movement. On your next inhale, dropping the chin down towards the top of the chest, facing the head down towards the mat. Feeling the stretch through the back of the neck. On your next inhale, drawing the head all the way back up through center, allowing the head to fall all the way back, facing up to the sky, feeling the stretch in the front of the neck. Drawing the head all the way back through center, drop the chin back down towards the top of the chest, and then start to spin the head round in some deep neck circles. Moving nice and slowly. And then send the head back in the opposite direction. Draw the head back to center, gently fluttering open your eyes. Now, on your next inhale, start to sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Reach nice and tall here, lifting up through that rib cage, through the core area. As you exhale, draw the right hand down towards the mat. Lean the left arm over, come into a side body stretch. Here, creating a really nice long line from the hips through to the fingertips. Inhale, come back to center, take both arms up to the sky. Exhale, drop that left hand to the mat and lean the right arm over. Inhale, back to center, take both arms up to the sky. This time as we exhale, we're going to put a bend through the elbows. Start to fan the arms out as if they're wings. Look up towards the sky, open the chest and the heart space. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, draw those elbows back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's spread those wings. Inhale up. And exhale, draw down. Inhale up once more. This time, as we exhale, we're going to draw both hands down behind the back, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, look up towards the sky. Then release the hands from behind the back, draw those hands forward towards the knees. We're going to round the spine here, roll back, look in towards the belly. And just take a little bit of a rock from side to side. Then as we come forward, coming back to a nice long spine, we're going to pick up the right leg and we're going to draw this right foot towards the crease in the elbow here so that we can use the arms to cradle the leg. They can interlace around the leg here. We're going to take the leg a little bit from side to side, starting to feel into the right hip area. Just giving a little wiggle here. Good. Then release those hands. We're going to take the right hand towards the outside of the right foot here and come into a sort of half happy baby pose. So we're pulling back on that foot to really feel the opening up through the hip and groin area here. Keep the spine nice and long, not leaning back, not rounding the spine. We're still drawing nice and tall through the crown of the head. And just stay here for a moment. Good. Keep pulling back on that foot. Keep opening up that hip. Then from here, we're going to start to straighten the leg out. It doesn't matter if the leg doesn't come completely straight here. You can keep a nice little micro bend in that knee, but straightening as much as you can, still keeping that spine nice and tall. And continue to breathe. Then we're going to release the leg all the way down towards the ground. The left foot is going to come to the inside of that right thigh. We're going to stay up on this cushion here. So we're lifting those hips up a little bit. Take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky, reach nice and tall. As you exhale, start to hinge at the hips and fold the body forward and down, coming towards that right foot, the right calf. If you can reach the foot, excellent. You're going to use that as a little lever to help draw you down. If not, you're coming towards the calf. And then just keep breathing. See if with each exhale, you can come a little bit deeper into your fold. Then we're going to use those hands to start to walk the top half of the body back up. We're going to draw that leg back in, coming back to a cross leg position. So this time we're going to pick up that left leg. The foot comes to the crease in the elbow. We wrap the arms around the leg and we cradle our little baby here. Take a little wiggle from side to side, feel into the hip. Then we release the hands. We take the left hand towards the outside of the foot. We pull back on that foot. We open up into our half happy baby, really starting to feel the stretch through that groin area. Keep pulling back, keep drawing the spine nice and tall. And then when you're ready, start to straighten that leg out. Again, it doesn't matter if the leg doesn't come completely straight. If you have a little micro bend in the knee, that's fine. And then slowly release the leg all the way down towards the floor. Right foot comes to the inside of the thigh. We take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold the body forward and down. Dropping the head towards that left knee. Really feeling deep into the stretch through the back of the leg. And then we use those hands. We start to walk the body all the way back up. We're going to put the bend back in that left knee. We're going to draw both the soles of the feet together here, coming into Baddha Konasana. The hands can wrap around the feet here. We're just going to allow those knees to bounce a little bit from side to side. Take a deep inhale and reach tall through the spine. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. As you exhale, start to hinge and fold the body forward over those hips. Coming with a really nice straight spine here. So keeping the integrity in that spine. It doesn't matter how deep you come. You should quite quickly be able to feel that stretch in the hip area. And then slowly start to rise all the way back up. We're going to draw those knees together. And we're going to remove the cushion from underneath us now, moving it out towards the side. We won't need that until later in the practice. Let's come up onto the hands and the knees, coming to tabletop. Hands spreading with a nice wide grip below the shoulders, knees settling below the hips. And we're going to start to warm up our spine with our cat cows here. As you inhale, push the belly down to the floor, shine the heart forward, look up to the sky, creating that nice curve through the spine. As you exhale, start to round up the spine, drop the head between the shoulders, look in towards the belly, create the arch. Inhale, belly drop, shine the heart forward, look up to the sky. Exhale, round the spine. Continue to move like this with the rhythm of your breath at the pace that feels comfortable for you. Feel free to add any extra movement that feels nice here, maybe taking the hips a little bit from side to side, starting to roll through the shoulders. You can also start to travel backwards and forwards a little across the mat. So you really start to feel into the wrist area. There's no right or wrong way to look here, just moving intuitively with your body. And then arriving back to a flat back, we're going to take the hands a little bit further towards the top of the mat here, keeping a really nice wide grip, rooting through the fingertips and rooting through the palms of the hands. Tuck those toes under at the back, and then fly the hips up and back and push into your downward facing dog. This is our first downward dog of today's practice. So we're going to start to take that little pedal through the legs, just bending each knee one at a time, pushing those hips nice and high, and driving the chest to the thighs. And then finding stillness here in your downward dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Then we're going to start to round the spine, draw the shoulders forward and come all the way into a plank position. So here the shoulders are settling above the hands. We're drawing the body into a nice straight line, pushing back into those heels, squeezing the glutes, engaging the core. Looking straight down towards that mat. Then from here, keeping those elbows by the side, super slowly, we're going to lower towards the mat, chaturanga. We're going to take a deep inhale, roll forward, come onto the tops of the feet, lift the hips, shine the heart forward, look up to the sky, upward facing dog. Feeling this lovely deep stretch all the way through the front side body. Tuck the toes under at the back. Slide those hips back, push back to downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose and side out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Round the spine, start to roll forward, come into your plank. Engage the core, push back into those heels. Keep the elbows by the side, lower chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes under, fly the hips back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose, side out through the mouth. Look forward between the hands and step forward to the top of the mat. Let's arrive into Uttanasana, our forward fold. Put a slight bend in the knees here, draw up the belly towards the sides. Take the hands onto the elbows and just allow the top half of the body to hang. Maybe taking a little swing side to side. Really allowing the spine to lengthen here. Take a deep inhale, start to sweep the arms open and rise all the way up to standing. Draw the hands into prayer overhead. And then draw the hands down through heart center. Open the palms up in front of you, arrive here into Tadasana, your mountain pose. Drawing the body into a nice straight line so the ankles, knees, and hips are all nicely stacked above one another. Shoulders are centered, palms are opened up in front of you. The neck is aligned with the spine. Again, take a deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. We're going to start and end each of our sun salutations from this pose. We're going to take 3 rounds of sun salutation A just to generate some heat in the body, start to get that stuck energy moving. On your next inhale, open up the eyes, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release back down, bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back into your plank. Engage the core, keep those elbows by the side, lower chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes under, fly it back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Look forward between the hands, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up. Exhale, the hands down through heart center. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down, place the hands, step or jump back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale through to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up. Exhale, the hands down through the heart center. Final time. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Place your hands, step or jump back to your plank. Flow through your vinyasa. chaturanga into upward facing dog, through to downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Look forward between the hands, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up. Exhale the hands down through heart center. Open the palms up in front of you, arrive back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. And notice here how with a few rounds of sun salutation, the body starts to come alive. All of that stuck energy starts moving. The body is vibrating on a higher frequency. You're going to keep that energy moving here. On your next inhale, open up the eyes, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Place your hands, step or jump back to your plank. Flow through your vinyasa, all the way through to downward facing dog. This time in downward dog, on an inhale, we sweep the right leg up to the sky. As we exhale, we draw that right knee through towards the chest. Allow it to hover, squeeze the core, push the mat away from the body here. Plant that right foot forward at the top of the mat. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, rise up into your low lunge. Hips go down towards the mat, chest and heart space opens to the sky. Left hand comes down towards that left leg. We're going to lean back here, taking a little bit of a back bend, looking up to the sky. Draw both hands forward towards the top of the mat. Let's frame the front foot. We're going to push the hips back, straighten out that front leg, arrive into our half split. Deep inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, drop the head and the chest down towards the right knee. Intensify the stretch. Walk those hands back to the top of the mat, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, engage the back leg and lift it. Let's swing that right leg back to plank and flow through another vinyasa here. Chaturanga into upward facing dog, through to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg goes up to the sky. Exhale, draw that knee through towards the chest, hover, squeeze. Plant the foot forward. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, arms go up to the sky, low lunge. Drive the hips down, open the chest and the heart space. Right hand goes down towards that right leg, lean the left arm back, come into your back bend. Draw both hands forward towards the top of the mat, frame the front foot. Push the hips back, straighten out that left leg, half split. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, drop the head and the chest down. Walk the hands back towards the top of the mat. Let's frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes under, engage the back leg, send the left leg back to plank and flow through your vinyasa all the way through to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. This time, put a bend in the knee and stack the hips, opening up. Let's start to make some circles here with that right hip. Draw the right knee through towards the chest, allow it to hover, squeeze the core, push the mat away from the body. And plant the foot forward at the top of the mat. Keeping the back leg lifted, keeping those hips squared forward, sweep the arms up to the sky, come into your crescent lunge. Still driving those hips down, opening the chest and the heart space. Spread those fingers really nice and wide here. We're really reaching as tall as we can with the arms. Draw the hands down behind the back. Let's interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Then we release the hands from behind the back. Left hand comes down to the inside of the right foot. Right arm goes up to the sky. Take your twist. Look straight towards the right hand in the sky. If you want to twist deeper, bend that right arm, draw it all the way behind the back and roll that right shoulder back. Release that right hand back towards the top of the mat. Frame the front foot. We're going to step the right leg back to plank and flow through our vinyasa. All the way through to your downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, put the bend in the knees, stack the hips, open up. Make sure both shoulders are still aligned here, still driving the chest towards that right standing leg. You can make some circles with the hip here. And then start to draw the knee through towards the chest. Allow it to hover, squeeze the core. And plant the foot forward at the top of the mat. Back leg stays lifted. Sweep those arms up to the sky. Come into your crescent lunge. Hips are squared forward. Spread those fingers really nice and wide. Reach tall. Draw the hands down behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Release the hands from behind the back. Right hand comes down to the inside of the foot. Left arm goes up to the sky. Take your twist. Look towards the hand in the sky. To twist deeper, bend that arm. Take it all the way behind the back. Roll the top shoulder back. Breathe. Left hand comes back towards the top of the mat. We frame the front foot. We're going to send that left leg back to plank and flow through another vinyasa here. Chaturanga. Inhaling into upward facing dog and exhaling into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Deep inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. And then drop the knees down towards the mat. Untuck the toes. Push the buttocks back towards the heels. Come to Balasana, child's pose. Forehead comes towards the mat here. Deep inhale through the nose. And release the breath through the mouth. Just allowing a moment of restoration here. Noticing how the body is feeling with this movement. Noticing if some parts of the body are feeling super energized. Noticing if other parts of the body are feeling a little tired or sore. Not placing any judgment on the feelings that arrive here, just checking in, taking notes, listening to what the body has to say to you. We're going to use those hands, start to walk the top half of the body up, come to kneeling. Draw the spine nice and long here. If it's too uncomfortable for you to be sat on the feet, you can take your cushion, put it between the legs to give yourself a little bit more comfort here. We're going to take a deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up towards the sky. As we exhale, we're going to take a twist, turning towards the right side. Draw the left hand down over the right knee, right hand goes down and back behind you. Look back over the right shoulder. On your next inhale, come back to center. Take both arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction, this time looking back over that left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Take both arms up to the sky, reach tall. As you exhale, you're going to plant the hands down in front of you, come back to tabletop. Take a deep inhale, push the belly down towards the floor, shine the heart forward. Look up to the sky. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head between the shoulders, look in towards the belly. Inhale, push the belly down, look up to the sky, cow pose. Exhale, round it up, cat pose. A couple more breaths like this, just moving at the pace of your own breath. And then coming back to center, taking the hands a little bit more towards the top of the mat, spread the fingers really nice and wide, tuck the toes under, fly the hips up and back, push to your downward facing dog. On a deep inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky, put the bend in the knee and stack the hips, open up. Then draw the knee through towards the chest, allow it to hover, squeeze the core, push the mat away. Plant the foot forward at the top of the mat. We're going to drop the back foot so it comes in line with the short edge of the mat. Draw both arms up over each leg, arrive here into our warrior two, looking straight over that front hand. Drawing the shoulders down, away from the ears. Spine is nice and long here. Reach tall through the crown of the head. And breathe. Put a bend in the front arm, come down towards the knee, reach the left arm up and overhead, extended side angle, creating a really nice long line all the way through this side body. If you want to go deeper, right hand comes down towards the floor. If you want to go even deeper, take the arms underneath the body and bind the pose, making sure that if you're binding, that top shoulder is still rolling back, so the chest and the heart space is nice and open. We rise up, we come back through our warrior two. This time we take the left arm back behind us. Right arm goes up to the sky, feeling the stretch this time through the right side body in reverse warrior. Then we come back to our warrior two. We're going to flow like this with the breath. So as we inhale, we come forward into our extended side angle. And then as we exhale, we take it back to reverse warrior. Inhale forward. Exhale, take it back. Legs staying super strong. They're not moving here. Inhale forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, take it back. Come back to your warrior two. And then cartwheel the hands down towards the top of the mat. Let's frame that front foot. Pivots on the ball of the back foot. Send the right leg back to plank and flow through a vinyasa here all the way through to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky, put the bend in the knee and stack the hips. And then draw the knee through towards the chest, allow it to hover, squeeze. Plant the foot forward. Drop the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat, rise up into your warrior two. Draw those shoulders down, away from the ears. Spread the fingers really nice and wide. Put the bend in the front arm, come down towards the knee, extended side angle. Create that long line all the way through the right side body. Option to go a little bit deeper here, dropping the left hand down to the inside of the foot or taking the arms under the body and binding. We rise back up, we come back through our warrior two. This time, right arm goes back behind you, left arm goes up to the sky, reverse warrior. So the stretch through that left side body. Come back to your warrior two. Let's flow with the breath here. Inhale it forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale it forward. Exhale back. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, reverse warrior. One more time like this. Inhale it forward. And exhale back to reverse warrior. Come back to your warrior two. And then cartwheel the hands down to the top of the mat. Frame that front foot. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Send that left leg back to plank. And we flow through a vinyasa here. If these chaturangas are getting too much for you, you can drop the knees and take a half chaturanga. Flow through to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee through towards the chest and plant the foot forward at the top of the mat. From here, we're going to take the hands to the inside of the foot and then start to pivot all the way around on the feet, coming into a wide leg forward fold, prasarita. Allow the top half of the body to hang here. Maybe take a little sway from side to side, just feeling into the backs of those legs. Then start to walk the hands over towards the right ankle. Drop the head and the chest down towards that right knee and feel the deep stretch all the way through the back of the right leg. Walk the hands back to center, this time over towards that left ankle. Drop the head and the chest towards the left knee. And then come all the way back to the center of your mat. Place both hands solidly, and then start to bend each knee one at a time, giving a little lunge from side to side and feeling into that hip area. We're going to use this motion and start to push the body over towards that right foot. Now we're either coming down onto the ball of the foot, or if you can get that right foot flat, then you're going to stay on the flat of the foot, dropping those hips down. We're rooting through the heel of the left foot and drawing the spine really nice and long here. So sit up, allow the spine to lengthen, find your balance, and then draw those hands into prayer at heart center. Breathe. Skandasana, our side lunge. Feeling into all those little wobbles here. Good. Release the hands down and push over towards the opposite side. This time we're coming towards that left foot, either onto the flat or the ball of the foot, rooting through the heel of the right foot. Draw the spine nice and long. And then draw the hands into prayer at heart center. Breathe. Then we release those hands back down towards the mat. We're going to push ourselves back to prasarita, our wide leg forward fold. Allow the top half of the body to hang. Place the right hand solidly in the center of the mat. Sweep the left arm up to the sky. Come into a twist. Look straight towards that left hand. Then draw the left hand down to the center of the mat. Sweep the right hand up to the sky. Drop both hands back down. Allow yourself to hang in your wide leg forward fold. If you want to deepen in the stretch in the back of the legs, you can walk the hands behind you and pull the body through. Then we use those hands. We draw them up towards the hips. And very, very slowly, we start to rise all the way up to standing. We're going to heel toe the feet towards one another, coming until they're a little bit more than hip width apart. Heels are pointing in towards the body, toes are pointing out towards the edges. We're going to draw the hands into prayer at heart center, bend through the knees, and sit down, coming here into Malasana, our yogic squat. Dropping the hips as low as we can towards the floor, elbows come to the inside of the knees, and you can give a little bit of a wiggle from side to side, just feeling into those hips. Draw the spine nice and long here. Then we're going to drop the hands down towards the floor. We're going to walk the hands behind us for a little bit of support here as we drop down all the way onto the buttocks. Draw the soles of the feet together and come once more into Baddha Konasana, where we started the class today. We're going to give a little rock from side to side, just feeling into that hip area. Take a deep inhale, lengthen and lift, reaching tall through the spine. And then as you exhale, start to fold the body forward, come over those hips. Keep the spine nice and long and breathe. You may notice in this pose that the elbows are coming towards the inside of the thighs. If your elbows have reached there, you can use this as leverage. You can push those elbows in towards the thighs to drive the hips even more open. Okay, come back to center, nice long spine here. We're going to take the right hand towards the outside of the right foot. And we're going to come back into that half happy baby here, giving a little bit of a wiggle from side to side, feeling into the hip area once more. And then straightening the leg, maybe noticing that this time, now that we've worked through the back of the legs, you can get that leg completely straight. It feels a lot longer. Again, reaching nice and tall through the spine. Try not to lean back. And then drop the leg all the way down towards the floor. The left foot comes to the inside of that right thigh. We take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, and exhale, fold the body forward and down. Again, noticing here how much easier this fold is to take now that we have really warmed up the backs of those legs. And slowly starting to rise all the way back up. We're going to put the bone back through that right knee. We're going to take the left hand towards the outside of that left foot, come into the half happy baby, this time on the left side, a little bit of a wiggle from side to side. And then start to straighten through the leg. Still sitting nice and tall through that spine, reaching tall through the crown of the head, not leaning back, keep breathing. And then drop the leg all the way down towards the floor. Deep inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, reach nice and tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold the body forward and down. We use the hands, we start to walk the top half of the body all the way back up. We draw both of the soles of the feet together once more. We cradle the feet with the hands and we give a little rock from side to side. Okay, we're going to draw the cushion back into our practice now. We're going to take this cushion behind the back. We're going to keep these legs exactly as they are in this bound angle position. We're going to draw the spine all the way down onto that cushion, allowing the chest and the heart space to open here. The head should fall towards the mat so that we're creating a nice opening up through the front side body. We're going to take the arms out towards the sides of the body, palms facing up to the sky. We're going to close down the eyes, take a deep inhale through the nose, and sigh it out through the mouth. Start to draw the attention back to your breath here. Taking some deep and controlled breath. On each inhale, trying to draw a little more air into the lungs. On the exhale, allowing everything to soften. And just noticing as we start to slow down the practice, if your mind is starting to wander as well, it's very common when we reach this stage of the practice for the mind to start to think onwards. But we want to stay here in this present moment, soaking up everything that this moment is offering us. Staying with the rhythm of your breath. Enjoying the feeling of that energy pulsating through the body. And nothing else needs to concern you right now. From here, one leg at a time, you're going to start to straighten out the legs. Just allow them to flop to each side. Releasing any tension from the legs here. You can stay with the cushion behind the back for support, or if you would feel more comfortable removing the cushion and coming flat onto the spine, then that is available to you. Just making any necessary adjustments that you need to here to allow the body to completely relax. This is the culmination of all of your hard work and effort. This is your well-deserved rest. Now keeping the focus on your breath, we're slowly going to start to reawaken the physical body. Just gently wriggling the fingers and toes, reawakening the muscles. And then progressing to stretch the arms out all the way overhead, giving a nice long stretch through the entire body. And then in your own time, whenever you feel ready, gently rolling over towards one side. And then pressing your way back up into a comfortable seated position. Here we're going to draw our hands into prayer at heart center. And we're going to seal today's practice with a moment of gratitude. Thanking our bodies for this movement. Thanking our minds for the space for practice. Being thankful that we are able to practice this class together. I want to thank each of you very much for joining me for practice today. Namaste.